now we're in Sudowrite.com. Now I did pay for the better version of this, so my demo will be with the better version. So you may have fewer features if you get the free version, but I put in the first chapter of Blondie Steiner. Now the different thing about this is that it can't look at everything at once. Claude and Merlot give you a much bigger chunk, but if you want to play with uh, your information, let's just take this sentence. Boop. Well, I think it needs a couple. We'll start with the first couple. Maybe this will be more exciting. There's one sentence or two sentences. So we're going to hit rewrite, which is also up here, and we can talk about what kind of tone we want. So we're going to do a right now in this chapter, she's kind of upset. So we're going to go with ominous. It's not really ominous, but you see the sense. We're going to hit rewrite. And don't give me an ad. So anyway, we're going to rewrite it. And we're going to select the style we want to rewrite. So our choices are, we can just have it rephrase it. We can make it shorter, more descriptive, show not tell, or more inner conflict. So let's just do show not tell so you guys can see that. That's kind of cool. So we'll hit go. And it's taking the two sentences I picked, and right now it's already got it. So originally it says, Nicole Allen inhaled deeply, memorizing the sense of St. Julian's Creek. She would miss this place. The envelope fluttered in the breeze as she gripped it more tightly, anxious of the contents and the repercussions. She could toss it and everything would stay the same. New version, show not tell. Nicole Allen closed her eyes and breathed in the familiar mix of saltwater, seaweed, and marsh grass that filled the air. She knew she would miss this place when she left. The thin paper envelope trembled in her hand, its weight pulling her thoughts like an anchor. Oh, this is good. She squeezed it tighter, the corners crinkling under her fingertips. She could toss it in the creek and let the current carry it away, but she couldn't escape the consequences that awaited inside. That's pretty good. Show not tell. Here's version 2. They give you two choices. Nicole Allen closed her eyes and let the salty breeze from St. Julian's Creek fill her lungs, trying to imprint this familiar scent on her memory forever. She clutched the envelope tighter in her hand, feeling its weight and wondering what it held inside. Would she have the courage to open it, or should she just toss it away and stay in this idyllic place where everything was still safe and unchanged? That's good, except for the fact that she wrote this letter. So it took a little liberty on what the envelope was holding. So I couldn't use that particular wording, but it's not bad. I mean, both of them give you some good visuals. Let's try another. Now, it will keep all the ones you've done so you can go back and look at it. Let's do more inner conflict. It's two in it. Now, here's our two inner conflict ones it gives us. Nicole Allen stood by the creek, taking in the familiar smells of St. Julian's Creek for what could be the last time. The thought made her heart ache, but she knew she had a decision to make. The envelope in her hand held the potential change of everything, and she couldn't help but feel torn between holding it into the comfort of this place or taking a leap into the unknown. Should she toss it away and maintain the status quo, or open it and risk disrupting her entire world? Now, see, again, they're assuming that she needs to open it. She's leaving this as a Dear Chad letter for her fiance. More inner conflict. Nicole Allen took a deep breath, trying to imprint the familiar sense of St. Julian's Creek onto her memory. She couldn't believe she was leaving this place behind. The envelope in her hand seemed to weigh heavily on her mind. Its contents could change everything. She could simply discard it and pretend like nothing ever happened. But would that be the right decision? What if consequences she would face if she opened it? Again, they made that leap. But still, most of this would still fit. Anyway, that's one way you can use this. It also gives you a way to, you can make a twist, you can add new characters, turn into a poem, visualize, or feedback. Let's do visualize real quick. This is kind of cool. So it is going to Let's take a minute. Apparently decided it has no idea what it's doing. It also lost my other two two things. Okay. Um, Here's one where you can have it describes different things. Let's just see if we can make it turn it into a metaphor. We'll just do metaphor. Now it's chewing on it. More descriptive. Now you see it got longer. Nicole Allen took a deep breath, savoring the familiar sense of St. Julian's Creek. The salty tang of the ocean mingled with the fresh scent of blooming flowers and damp earth. She closed her eyes, committing the smells to memory, knowing she would miss this place dearly. Her fingers tightened around the envelope in her hand, and the contents inside holding the power to change everything. As it fluttered in the gentle breeze, she couldn't help but feel both anxious and curious about what it contained. The temptation to toss it away and keep things as they were was strong, but she knew that wasn't an option. Whatever lay within those sealed pages would alter her future forever. That's pretty good. Nicole Allen's eyes closed as she inhaled deeply, taking in the familiar sense of St. Julian's Creek. The crisp, salty air mixed with the sweet perfume of blooming flowers and the damp earth beneath her feet. She would miss, this is very similar, just slightly worded differently. She would miss this place, she thought, her heart heavy with bittersweet nostalgia. The envelope in her hand trembled slightly in the breeze, its contents holding potential consequences that made her grip it tighter. She could easily toss it away, leaving everything unchanged, but the unknown possibilities contained within had a reluctance to let go, growing by the second. Now, that particular envelope is something she doesn't know about, is still in there, so you could change that before you made uh, a problem. We could always get her history, but I did want to show you a few more things. So you can see how you use these. You do go rewrites, and then we have brainstorming. I want to show you two things. One is shrink ray, and I don't have points right now, I don't think. We'll see if it'll do it. What you're trying to get it to do is to take your chapter, give you a log line, which is just a couple sentences that might be something you could use in marketing, and a short blurb for the back of your book, a synopsis, which is longer, that you might submit to um, an agent or put in Amazon, and then it gives you an outline of your beats. Let's see if it'll do it. Okay, so it's looking at salient plot details, simulating editor reactions, and it took my whole paragraph, my whole chapter. Here we go. Log lines. A woman's journey to leave her past and find new beginnings leads her to a quaint town with unexpected connections and a chance for love. Follow Nicole's journey as she leaves behind a life of uncertainty and embarks on a new chapter filled with unexpected twists and turns in the heartwarming novel, St. Julian's Creek. Now, it made that assumption. And also, this first chapter doesn't give them any detail, so it's very a vague log line. But if you'd put in something like a very crucial chapter that you want to highlight in your log line, it would work better. Blurb. Nicole Allen faces a difficult decision that will change her life forever. Leaving behind the comforting sights and sounds of St. Julian's Creek, she embarks on a journey towards self-discovery and healing. But as she drives towards her uncertain future, memories flood her mind, emotions run high. Will she find the closure she seeks? Follow Nicole's emotional journey on this poignant tale of love, loss, and new beginnings. Not exactly what the story is about, but you could plunk in a few details there. And then you've got your synopsis outline. It gives you a little outline of the whole chapter, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to copy this so you guys can look at it on your own. And I'm going to save this. In the meantime, I'm going to stop this video and give you something else.